Sean, do you agree about the goal?
Yeah, I haven't seen him back. The one at the end is a foul. I mean, for how much we see of the Premier League where people go down over nothing, to have a hand that big in your back is a definite foul for me. I haven't seen any of the incidents, by the way. So the penalty, I've been told, is not a penalty. There's a melee afterwards. Nothing seems to be done about that. I was surprised at that, actually, because we all know the rules about surrounding referees. I was surprised at that. But I must make it clear, I thought they were the better side first half particularly. We hung on in there with our good habits and good shape and good strength and willpower. Second half, we calmed it down a bit. We went 2-1 in front of the game, had calmed a bit then. Without us being, I don't think we're at our levels we have been lately, particularly away from home. Particularly at home, but also away from home. So it would have been, we would have nicked one. We would have nicked a good point today. No, don't get me wrong. You have to do that over a season in any division, and certainly in the Premier League. So we would have took it. So inevitably, you've got to be frustrated for our players who've put a lot in today. To not get something when it's a clear foul for me.
So they've hit the woodwork 3 times in the first half.
Yeah, like I say, I mean, I always can't. You definitely know. I always try and call it right. I thought they were a good side. I thought they were a good side before. By the way, I said that in the build-up to the game. The strange thing about players change a manager and they suddenly change because they weren't playing like that or trying like that under the last manager. That's just the madness of what we do. But I said before, I think they're a good side. I'm surprised they are where they are. I look at the money they've spent, I look at the players they've got, I look at the experience they've got. I'm really surprised, but that's the madness of football. It sometimes catches teams out. But no, they're a decent side, and they showed that first half. Like I say, second half we dealt with it better. We got our shape better, and certainly calmed the situation down. Obviously scored a good goal. Could have had another one very soon after, and I think that would have been, it done. And inevitably we come away frustrated and scratching our head on a decision, unfortunately. Well, it looked calm in his penalty. A really good finish. Nearly gets an assist for Vokesy straight after. I haven't seen it back, but it looks close from where I am. So yeah, I mean he's developing. He's maturing as a player. And like I say, there's no lack of effort from the players today. Just a bit of understanding of the tactical plan and how to deliver it. And normally we do that well. Particularly when we play the 4-4-2. We deal tactically with the opposition well, and we didn't do as well first half. Second half was better, but first half not as well. And just that little edge of belief that you need, particularly away from home, we just weren't there today. Not as clear as what we have been in recent away games.
Has Andre been lifted by the England?
I don't know. He's still adapting to the Premier League. I think there's still more in his all-round game to come. I've never questioned his ability to score a goal. And they were two. Well, obviously a penalty was different, but still need the calmness to deliver it. And then his second goal was a really good goal. Very much like him. He is instinctive in what he does, and a great turn and a great finish.
Doesn't help when you lose your captain and your goalkeeper.
Well, yeah. I mean, as you know, I'm not really one for excuses. I thought Robbo, I don't think he had much chance with the others. And Tom unfortunately was ill at 4 o'clock this morning in the hotel and just wasn't, he wasn't strong enough to go. You know what it's like when you get one of them bugs, you just, feel awful. And with Popey obviously with his ankle as well, so he's not quite right as well. But like I say, we've got faith in Robbie. He's a very experienced keeper.
Still 9 points clear of the bottom three.
Well, it's not even about that. It's just about the fact that, I'm more interested in the performances. I speak about it a lot. I speak about it endlessly because I think they're important. And if you're doing that well, you will get things right, and I just think we weren't miles off. The margins are tight, but we weren't like we have been. Even away from home, we weren't as good as we have been today. But with respect to them, like I say, I think they're a good side. I'll be very surprised if they hang around down there. I was surprised anyway, kind of mid-season, looking at it. So I haven't changed my view on that.
Might have a couple of faces back next week as well.
Yeah, I mean, well, obviously Barnsley comes back available. I doubt Johan's team before, maybe. He's had a good week with us, so we'll see what the next week brings.
Did Joey have a nickel with that?
Yeah, he was struggling with his hamstring a bit. And obviously we don't know what will happen, but you can't risk players who are on the verge of a possible injury.
Sean, there was a suggestion about the referee today that he'd spent some of the week this week in Marbella on a stag trip. Is that something that...
I have no clue. I have absolutely no clue. All I would say he's human, isn't he? I don't know. Is there a rule that you're not allowed to do that?
Is there any rule? No.
Oh, well, I don't know then.
He's not something that bothers you.
No, if he's a human being, he's allowed to live his life, I would imagine. I don't know, unless there's a rule that prevents him from doing that. I genuinely don't know. A no Marbella rule. I don't know. As long as he stayed off the carbs, because it's no carbs for Marbs, isn't it? I think, so they say, allegedly. Cheers.